Hola a todos, bienvenidos a una nueva entrevista CP. Yo soy Angie Nostroza y hoy me acompaña Ben Tatcher de Royal Blood. Hi Ben, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. Thanks for being here. Well, I know that recently you were at Lollapalooza in India. How was the experience?
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, I never thought that we'd go to India. Um, and it was my first time there. And it was, yeah, amazing. The culture there and the food and the smells and the people and the it was just amazing, amazing experience.
Well, and how does the experience of performing at a festival differ from a solo concert?
I guess doing a solo concert, you know that your fans are going to be there. Um, and playing to a festival, you have fans of all kinds of different music and all kinds of different bands, and people are there for different reasons. And um, so I guess that's the difference is you're almost playing to win people over at a festival, and your gig, you've already got them in your hands.
Well, let's talk about your latest album, Back to the Water Below, which has been well received for the audience. How do you perceive the evolution of your sound over the years?
I think we just follow our gut and we follow our instincts and what feels right and what feels new and what feels fun. At the beginning, we just made sure it was just bass and drums, so it was all very like restricted to what we did, and that was kind of the rule. It was like it's just going to be us two. It's not add anything, and as we've progressed as musicians and as people, and we don't want to just be stuck in doing one thing. And so yeah, we've progressed in our songwriting, and doing that brings new elements and new textures and features of new instruments, and yeah, just trying to do things differently.
Yeah, well, you talked about self-producing this album. How do you perceive that responsibility of being in charge of the production, and how did it influence the overall vision of the album?
I think we've always had our foot in the production of our records and how we want things to sound. It's actually quite a simple process for us. But having doing this, it was on the latest album, was just for necessity, really. We didn't feel like we needed anyone else in there telling us what to do, or having any ideas, because we had so many ideas of how we wanted it to sound. And yeah, sometimes we in our band we feel like having a third party can get distracting and take you off course.
I think this album is very personal, it's based on your personal experience. And could you share some details about how did personal experience influence the creation of the lyrics and some songs of the album?
Yeah, I mean, through our lives, a lot's changed. Coming out of a global pandemic, and Mike, who writes the lyrics, has gone through a lot of changes in the past, like 10 years of us being in the band, and so have I. And I guess the lyrics and the feel of this music was where we were at that time, as is all of our albums. All of those. It's a representation of that time and how we are as people and as musicians.
And could you share with us a particular song where you feel you express your struggles and personal experience most clearly?
I would say a song that really reflects things is the song "Waves," which is the last one on the record. It's a song that takes you to a different place in your head that you would not normally go to in a Raw Blood song. So it's a bit slower, and it's quite reflective kind of song.
I was reading some reviews of the album and they mentioned certain moments of experimentations, breaking away from the characteristic sound from Royal Blood. And what inspired you to explore these new sonic territories and how do you believe it impacts the perception of your music?
It's all about us progressing, and it's all about exploring things. And by doing that, you find new ways of doing things. We don't like repeating things in songs like that we've done on previous albums. So yes, it's about moving forward for us.
The reviews also highlight the maturity expressed in the new lyrics. How would you describe the evolution of your artistic and lyrical vision?
I think it's just like anyone, people grow and people change. Um, and yeah, just getting older and more mature, hopefully, we find ourselves just going in directions artistically that yeah, we wouldn't have gone to as a at the beginning of Royal Blood. So yeah, it's just a progression of what feels good and right for that time.
Is there any specific message you hope your listeners will grasp when they listen into the lyrics of this album?
No, I think it's quite self-explanatory. You I think it you feel how you feel and that's valid, and we're not here to tell you how you should feel or listen out for when you're listening to our music, because I think that takes it away from what it means to you personally.
You will be in South America soon. How do you expect the audience to respond to these new songs during your concerts?
Yeah, I hope you enjoy them. I hope you enjoy them as much as we enjoy playing them. It's quite a special thing to come to South America, and we've never actually played our own shows there, so we've always played festivals. So it's quite an exciting thing for us to do.
And you have visited Peru before. How would you describe the experience of performing in Lima, and what special memories do you have from that concert?
Oh gosh, that it was just such a fun time. It was great to go to Lima and explore a little bit. We had some great food. You have some great restaurants in Lima. Let's face it. And yeah, we weren't there for very long. So it's going to be fun to come back.
What expectations do you have for your first solo concert in Lima?
To be honest, I don't have any. I hope it'll be a lot of fun for everyone and and fun for yeah our audience, and yeah, we'll see. I'm sure it'll just be a good time.
Well, and have you already selected the set list from the Lima concert? And what surprises can fans expect?
You can expect some loud rock and roll music, and some we'll bring some of that energy for you.
Please send some greetings to your fans here in Peru.
Peru, Lima, we can't wait to be with you. It's so exciting that we get to come back and play our own shows. So we hope to see you there. Go and get a ticket if you haven't got one already. Don't miss out on the party.
Thanks, Ben, for being here.
Perfect.
Thank you. It was so
All
nice
good.
to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Thank you.